Hi, I'm Vedant. I'm in sixth grade. This is my first year doing homeschooling or doing any Socratics of any kind. And I have a sister who's not able to be here today.
Go Cody.
Hi, I am Cody. I am from the UK, as you've probably guessed. I've been homeschooled my entire life. I've never been to any form of public schooling. This is my first time in any form of Socratics, and I am 15.
Go Miriam.
Hi, my name is Miriam. I'm 13 years old. I've been homeschooling for 1.5 years, and I'm hoping to soon transition into more real homeschooling because I'm still following the public school curriculum right now. And this is it's like my third Socratic, so yeah.
Go Sam.
Hi, I'm a senior at Co-School right now, which is the school that I think it sounds like you went to as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it there, and Socratic's one of my favorite things. So I'm really enjoying having the extra Socratic on Fridays now.
Go Tina.
So I'm Atina. I used to go to Co-School, but I left, and right now I am doing. I'm trying to get back into a homeschooling program.
Great. Well, welcome, Atina. Let's dive right into Lao Tzu. And does anybody want to give an initial statement as to what they think Lao Tzu means by the Tao? T-A-O. What is the Tao, according to Lao Tzu? The reading for today was by an author named Lao Tzu. I would say it's hard to understand for everybody, and that's part of the fun. So I'm kind of checking in on your sense of world history. Presumably, once upon a time we were all Paleolithic tribes, bands of hunter-gatherers of 150 or so, and now clearly we're no longer. So at some point we transitioned from being Paleolithic tribes of 150 to something else, which is usually called civilization. And I'm wondering what you know about the origins of that transition.
Today, so the more people we had together, the more invention and ideas could progress. And I feel like that pushed us forwards over into a more civilized society.
Sense of the timeline, roughly when we transitioned from Paleolithic tribes to something called civilization? Not so much in name, although there are relevant names. But to provide you all with some context, obviously it was a transition, but it was a relatively rapid transition, and often people talk about the origins of civilization being in Mesopotamia and
Mesopotamia, that's what I was looking.
We settled long before we got to wheels, and you can imagine hunter-gatherers probably had no reason to think in terms of wheels. Mostly we've just been focused on a couple of sessions on what is history, and then last week Confucius. Vedant and Cody were saying that Lao Tzu is pretty hard to understand, of course he is. But I'm very interested in this transition from hunter-gatherers to civilizations. And then one of the interesting things is in different cultures, not only did human beings start creating these buildings, urban areas with buildings and everything, instead of hunter-gatherers, but most of the world's great religions were originated in the, say, last couple thousand years. So Confucius and Lao Tzu and Judaism and Christianity are all roughly from 1500 BC to 0, which is Christianity. And it's also Hinduism started then Buddhism. So many of the most important world religions, Islam's a little bit later, but they all started in this sort of phase centuries after, thousands of years after we began settling in cities. And so it's not surprising these things are hard to read. They're very, very old. I would imagine human beings were, in some sense, culturally different from us, even if physiologically similar to us. And so we're kind of going way, way back in early human history to see what the first great religious spiritual thinkers that really changed the world were thinking. And Confucius and Lao Tzu were the two major figures in China. So we read Confucius last week. This week, Lao Tzu.